Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Wynn, and welcome back to another video. I didn't quite plan on doing a Q&A, but the other night I was on Instagram, and I decided to do one of those just ask me anything things on my story, and for like almost 2 hours, I sat there and answered all of your guys' questions. So before they expire, I actually wanted to turn this into a full video. So all these answers right now are on my Instagram, and before we get into it, I just want to mention, if you guys do want to give me a follow, it is at Wynnsanity over on Instagram, and we're almost at 70,000 followers. In fact, on all social media, I have just the basic username Wynnsanity, not Wynnsanity YT, not Wynnsanity whatever. It's just the clean 10 letters Wynnsanity. That's Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, you name it, YouTube, all of it. We got the OG username. So here we go. Let's go into the story and check it out. So, by the way, Vector Kid, thank you for the cool fan art. Appreciate that. So here's where it all started. I said, ask me anything, and I literally got thousands of questions. So if I didn't answer your question, I apologize. But here we go. You can see how many little stories I have up at the top, man. I'm going to try to fly through these, but I've already answered them. So I can just read the answers, and sometimes I might be able to go into a little bit more detail. But here we go. First question. Tips to become better in PUBG. Don't die. PUBG server, and a lot of you guys have asked this, so hopefully this will clear up some things. I do play on North America server because I live in North America. Newsflash. That's why I play NA. When a lot of you guys ask me, why are you playing on this noob server? Well, because I live here with all the other NA noobs, man. What am I supposed to do? Although I do have a second account, that Graveslayer, that noob account, that it's like level 5. I have that locked to Asia server, so that's how I'm able to also play on a sweatier server when I so choose. What do you use to record videos? I use a computer, and I use a program called OBS, which stands for Open Broadcast Software. I use Elgato capture cards. Shout out to Elgato. They sponsor the channel. And those are how I can record my iPad, my OnePlus phone, and all of my cameras. For example, this camera right now that you're seeing me with is being recorded using an Elgato. You plug the camera into the Elgato. You plug the Elgato into the computer. That goes into OBS. Boom. It's pretty simple, but it's also really not simple. It's kind of complicated, but if you get the hang of it, streaming's not that difficult. Why do you not check your DMs? This is also a question I get all the time, and the answer is pretty simple. I get a lot of DMs every single day, literally thousands. I cannot possibly read all of them, and especially when 99% of them are people asking for UC or Royale passes, which does make it kind of hard to read the actual messages of people that want to actually say something other than, please, sir, bro, give me 600 UC, please. I'm sorry, I can't give everyone UC. I would literally be broke. That's why we do giveaways, and some people win, but I can't give it to everybody. So please stop asking. And I don't care if you guys want to bother me for UC, that's fine. But all the other YouTubers, Metalcore, Rolex, Talk to Hand, Sevu, leave those guys alone, all right? Especially with asking. Day 1 of asking for a Royale Pass. Day 2 of asking for a Royale Pass. Day 497 of asking for a Royale Pass. Please stop. It's really annoying. If you just get a job, I swear, you can buy your own Royale Pass. It's only like $10. That's... At least all I can say in my country, that's not a lot of money. That's like working like 1 hour at a job. You can do it. How are you so cool? I drink G Fuel. And by the way, I just found these new cans. I found this Tetris can. It's so sick. This is my first time trying it. It's really good. It's like an apple, but like some other fruity flavors in there. I'm getting hints of G and Fuel. It's really good. You should try it. They also sponsor the channel. I am from India. Where are you from? I live in the great state of New York, but not New York City. There's like the big state of New York, and then there's the city in New York, but I live in the other part of the state that's not the big city, but I live in the United States. That's my country. That's my flag right here. Next up, please check your message box. I have sent you a fan art. IG Clasher sent me this fan art, and I loved it. It looks amazing. So I said, oh my God, thank you so much. I posted it on my Instagram, and then a bunch of you guys roasted me, and you were like, that's not real artwork. It's just an app. He just used the Toon app. It took him 10 seconds. It's a scam. I know. Okay, well, he used an app, but I like it. I thought it was cool. So even though maybe he didn't sit there for hours drawing it, that's okay. I still like this. So thank you for taking a few seconds and making that. I appreciate it. How was your experience playing with Castro? I thought he was really cool. He was super nice, and I do hope we get to play again. I have a lot of players and people that I want to collab with. I'm hoping that June is going to be another big month where we can bring some really fun content and maybe some new YouTubers that we haven't played with yet on the channel. So I'm really excited about that. How much ping do you usually get in Asia server when you play with Payal? I don't know why they asked about Payal specifically, but I remember when I did play with her from the video I had, I did have about 200 ping. Normally on a good day in Asia, I can get about 180. But keep in mind, I live on the East Coast. When I lived in California and I was on the West Coast, which is a lot closer to Asia, I could get like 120. It was like in the green. It wasn't bad. So we'll have to see. I don't know. But my ping hasn't really been terrible when it comes to Asia. Which was your first upgradable skin in PUBG? I had to go back and actually look at my channel to find this. The first ever gun lab I did was the Field Commander AWM. It was on January in 2020. So we're talking a year and a half ago, and right now I have that gun skin at level 4. For the AWM, though, we've got the Mauve Avenger and now most recently the Godzilla skin for the AWM. So unfortunately, the Field Commander kinda like we don't really use it, but that was my first ever gun lab and getting materials and paint and kind of doing that whole thing for the first time. That was a pretty cool spin back in the day. I was also one of the days back then I didn't have a whole lot in like UC and money and stuff, so for me to like do a gun lab was like a big deal back in January 2020. Your content of YouTube videos is much better than other streamers. I really appreciated that. It wasn't really a question, but yeah, I do work a lot, like nonstop. I know I answered this later on, but for those of you guys asking me to do vlogs and to like show off my life, like a day in the life of Wynnsanity, you guys want to see a day in the life? It's this. It's me sitting at my computer, either playing, editing, streaming, recording, or sleeping. That's pretty much all I do. So maybe I'll vlog when something in my life is exciting enough to film. I don't know. I mean, I kind of already filmed the fun part. That's me playing the game. You know, that's the highlight of my day for sure. How old are you? Right now I'm 25, and in June I'm going to be turning 26. And but I said I look like I'm 19. A lot of you guys are really surprised that I'm like as old as I am, and you think I'm like 21, 20. But yeah, I'm 25. I pay bills and have a car and like pay rent and like I gotta get health insurance, man. In the United States, when you turn 26, you gotta get your own health insurance. So like you're an adult now. Like you can't be on your parents' health insurance anymore, dude. Like, I gotta. Did you buy the new iPad? I did not. The 2021 M1 Apple iPad recently released, and it's a pretty strong iPad. But unfortunately, a lot of the mobile games like PUBG Mobile, COD Mobile, they don't have like the settings like figured out yet to take full advantage of the device. So I'm pretty sure the new M1 iPads have the exact same graphic settings as my current iPad. Basically, smooth extreme. I can do smooth 90 FPS. I can't even do balanced 90 FPS. If I do balanced graphics, it's extreme. If I go up to HD, you can't even do HD extreme. Like the phones can do that. Like OnePlus can do that. My iPad can't even do that. I'm pretty sure the new iPads can, but we gotta wait for PUBG to enable it first. So when PUBG gets all their stuff figured out in the game for the new iPad, then I'll buy the new iPad. Do you think PUBG Mobile YouTubers with low views and subs can still make it, kind of like I did? I don't really think I've made it yet. I think we've gotten a lot further than I ever thought I would, but I've got a long way to go, my friends. So I'm excited. We're on the road to 1 million right now. But yes, I think even if you're starting now, you can still make it. I know PUBG Mobile's been out for 3 years. Most of the time, it's kind of difficult to be successful in a game that's already been out for 3 years. But in a game like PUBG Mobile, which is so big, I'm doing it right now. I'm living proof that you can still get good videos even 3 years after a game came out. It's kind of crazy. But yes, 3 years ago, I only had 2,000 subs on an old channel. This channel right now that you're watching this very second, this channel didn't even exist 3 years ago. I had an old channel, like an old Win, whatever, or the old Wynnsanity. I don't even know. So 3 years ago, I only had 2K subs. 2 years ago, I only had 6K. So in a whole year, I only got 4K. And 1 year ago, I was at the OP Mansion, actually, at this very time, 1 year ago. I only had 70K. And now today, we have 780K. So in the last year alone, I more than... what is that? 11 times, and we grew a second channel all the way up over to a silver play button. So you can see it just takes a long time, and it does take a lot of effort, and a lot of people will quit. You just have to make sure you don't quit. Can you still notice me with all the hype you were getting? I remember this was Joe. My man Joe Carpio asked this. I saw a lot of questions from a lot of OG people. Yes, I still see you guys in chat. I still appreciate you hanging out. I still love you guys just as much as I did, even though the channel is a lot bigger than it was. A lot of people were still here 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I remember you guys. Yes, I still see you, and I appreciate you sticking around to support. But if you guys are new too, welcome to the channel. I love everybody just the same. But if you guys have been around for a while, yes, I still notice you, even if my DMs are a little bit more flooded with other people than they were. I still see you guys, so thank you guys for hanging out, and I appreciate you too, Joe. I see you in Destiny's chats as well. Can I know your height? I am 6'1", which is for, you know, everybody that's not in America. It's 185.5 centimeters. The 0.5 matters. And yeah, I'm kind of tall. I'm not as tall as like Power Bang or any of these other guys, but I'm not a little shrimp either. I guess, you know, I like my height. All right, so I like this question. The video where your channel became popular. So the very first video that I can remember that like popped off in a really big way was when I did that day 1 to day 800 montage. And that ended up doing over 3.5 million views. And that really helped me go from like 70K up to like over 100K last summer when I was at the OP Mansion. But then I kind of moved back to New York, and then in like September, October, and then into the end of 2020, YouTube Shorts came out, really kind of blew up and helped take my channel from like 200K up to about 500K. And those were those like funny little vertical videos, all less than a minute. I was one of the very first people to like do shorts. I just kind of got lucky and found out about it before everybody else did. And it really, really helped. We have so many shorts now. Like, in fact, I think like 10 out of the 12 most viewed videos in my channel's history are shorts. And that really helped. But then shorts kind of slowed down. So once like from about 500K, 600K up to where we are now, a lot of that growth really came from big, you know, awesome videos that took off. We did some really cool collabs with Sevu, Lavino. We played with Payal. Really just kind of getting into the PUBG Mobile community and just trying to make some really fun videos that you guys would like. So there, like in the last few months, there really isn't one like big video that sticks out to me, but we had some bangers for sure. Why do you like streaming? I like just making people laugh and being entertaining. I think gaming is more fun with friends and other people than it is by yourself. And I just like, you know, talking into the mic and just interacting with you guys and having fun. And I figured, you know, hey, if I'm going to sit here and do it by myself, might as well turn on the camera and share it with everybody else. Can you do daily vlogs? So I kind of already answered this, but here's what I said. I said most of my time is already taken up by streaming and editing. I actually have a pretty boring life. I do YouTube 24/7. It's a lot of work running multiple channels and daily uploading on Instagram and tweeting and, you know, doing all that stuff. It's a lot of work. So there isn't quite much for me to vlog about. I'm grinding really hard right now, you know, putting in the time as a 25, 26-year-old so that maybe later in life we can do really cool things when I'm like 28, 29. And maybe then I can try to do some vlogs. I can do other fun things in the future, yeah. Big things coming. I'm not sure what the next year or two will hold, but we're figuring it out right now. We are, let's just say we're flying in an airplane while we're also trying to build the airplane, and somehow we're not going to crash. Your best gun in PUBG. I love the M4, the DP28, and I love the AWM. If you give me 2 of those 3, we're good. Although recently I've been doing a lot more Livic, where the AWM's not as popular. So the M4 and the DP for sure. Love that combo. Another 10. Another 10. Tips for new YouTubers. Work really hard for a long time. Success does not come quickly, and a lot of people quit along the way. Always try to improve your content and think of interesting videos that people will want to watch. That's been my experience. You could get lucky and blow up to 10 million subs in a year. I don't know. Everybody's different. I can't say that my path has been the same as like Logan Paul or Kerry Minotti for those of you guys in India, or even like PewDiePie. You know, like it's for some people it's a long, slow, steady grind. But if you grind long enough, like I have, eventually things will kind of pick up. But you always have to be innovating. Don't expect to do YouTube for 5 years and never change anything. You got to be innovating, right? Maybe if you don't have a face cam or a microphone, maybe that's something you add to your content to make it a little bit better. Maybe you learn how to edit, try to get your editing better. That's definitely one thing that helped me a lot. I used to do really basic edits. Let's say I had a chicken dinner with like 15 kills. I'd pop it into my video editor. I'd just maybe cut out the boring parts where I didn't see anybody, stick an intro, outro on the beginning and the end. That was it. There wasn't background music. There was no funny editing. There was nothing. So over time, I kind of learned how to do those things. In fact, I really, until recently, didn't start learning some of the more advanced edits until like, 600, 700K subs. I'm still learning as I go. I've been working with some really talented editors behind the scenes, and I've been learning from them. One of my editor right now, you guys have noticed that, like a lot of funny things where I'll like kind of like blow up my face or like twist my face in like funny ways and stuff. I learned that from him, and that really helps make the content kind of funny. It makes it stand out. So if you can learn little tricks like that, it can go a long way. That's something that I really wish I had known about years ago, because I'm noticing like it's making editing and making my videos way more fun just from simple little things like that. So always be trying to change and get better. You can't expect to do the same thing on YouTube over and over and over and over again and expect success. Even the really successful guys like Panda and Lavino, who have 9 and 10 million subs, you can tell over the last, like, you know, couple years, couple months, they're always changing their content and doing new things, you know, in order to keep it fresh. Is there still a lockdown in the United States? Yeah, so kind of. They said that if we get vaccinated, we don't have to wear masks in most settings, according to the government regulations. I still wear a mask for the most time. I actually have one on my desk right now. Just like going in stores and stuff. I'm actually vaccinated. I got both of my vaccine shots, so I'm good. I don't need to wear it. But the weird part is, like, there's no way to know if somebody is or is not vaccinated. Someone could just say, oh, yeah, I'm vaccinated. I don't need to wear a mask. But maybe they aren't. I don't know. Maybe they're lying. Like, there's really no way to know. But all I can say is, for the most part, the United States was hit really badly with COVID-19. But it looks like in recent weeks and months, it's getting a lot better here. I hope that's the case in whatever country you guys are from, for where you're watching. But for the most part, yeah, when we leave the house, we still make sure we bring some masks just in case, especially if we go into like Walmart or Target and go shopping. We just wear it. And mostly it's to be respectful of others, you know, just so they know they can, you know, feel safe around us. Can you give me a new global account? Guess what? If you guys download PUBG Mobile right now, you can create your own global account for free. You don't even need to get one from me. You can download it and make it yourself. It's as easy as that. If I can do it, you can do it. YouTube revenue, $1.89. Now, I was just being sarcastic. This is one of those questions that people always want to know. How much do you make? How much do YouTubers make? How much does PewDiePie make? How much does Dynamo Gaming make? Everybody wants to know. And that's kind of some personal information. At least in American culture, you don't really go around asking people how much money they make, or you don't like ask a woman how much she weighs and stuff. You know, there's just like questions you're not supposed to ask. But all I could say is, people ask me, what do I do for a living? I will say YouTube is my full-time job. I don't have any other jobs. For a long time, I did do YouTube while working other jobs. But for now, YouTube is my main job. So I do appreciate you guys who donate on stream, who watch, even just watch the ads on my videos. Thank you so much. That helps me out. Thank you to the channel partners, G Fuel, OnePlus, Elgato. They also financially support the channel. So it allows me to, you know, pay my bills, make sure I got some food in my fridge, and, you know, do these crate openings and have some fun with you guys. So yes, YouTube is my main job, and I make enough from it to have it be, fortunately at the time, my only job. What are my ambitions? Pretty simple. I feel like, especially over the last couple months, I just want to be the biggest streamer in the world. I think we have what it takes. We've gotten some streams over 10,000 viewers at one single time. That's insane. I never thought that happened. I think we're doing things on our channel that a lot of other streamers just are not doing. I'm trying to constantly be pushing the limits with what we are capable of here. You know, I recently upped my quality. Instead of streaming in 1080p, we've tested out a few streams streaming in 1440p, pushing it up to 2K. So I just want to keep going. We've even kind of integrated some memes directly into the stream. With the push of a button, I can kind of pop up a meme, right? If I die in a funny way, we can make that content. Instead of me just raging and going into the next match, we could do something funny with it on the fly in the stream. And I don't see a lot of other people doing that. So if we just continue to work hard and innovate, I don't see why we can't be the biggest and the best in the world, at least not in the United States. Why do you always wear a cap? Do a live stream showing your hairstyle. Well, honestly, I've tried it. I've come into stream and I had like a fresh cut. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna stream without my hat, and I lose like every game, man. And then I always gotta go get my hat, and then we fix it. But if you really want to know what I look like, I have hair. I have hat hair right now because I was wearing a hat all day. But yeah, I just have hair. I'm not bald. Although my barber told me if I wear a hat all the time, I will be bald, but we're not going to talk about it. All right. What is your favorite upgradable gun skin? I just love the Glacier M4. I feel like there's better ones. I know you guys tell me the Fool M4. That's a mythic, but I just love the Glacier, man. It's so clean. It's so shiny, especially when we wore the Pharaoh outfit. It looked really, really good. Do I have any plans to play competitively? Not really, because I suck on phone, and right now all the main tournaments are phone only. But if iPad ever became, or tablets or larger devices, maybe playing competitive could be in the cards. I don't know. I like making content. Unfortunately, right now, unless you're like the best in the world, you don't really make that much money from competition, and they have to practice and scrim all the time, like 3 times, 4 times a week. It's like a job to then participate in a tournament and maybe win some money that they got to share with their teammates and share with their org and taxes. It's like, I don't know. Unfortunately, it's not really super viable unless you're just like a god tier player like Luxy or Zuxy, you know, any of these super good guys like Paraboy and stuff. I'm not like them. And like I said here, the iPad is not really a competitive device right now. Maybe one day. My hope is that it will be. I would love to see tournaments where there's like, all right, we've got the phone championship and the iPad championship. That would be pretty cool. My real name is Wyndham, and that's how you spell it. For everybody that likes to say my name and butchers the spelling, it's right there. Is life in New York really busy? By the way, I'm from India. Not really. So I alluded to this. I don't live in New York City where it's all hustling and bustling, you know, the city that never sleeps. I live up in the like boring, quiet part of New York where it's not busy. Check the DMs. I have a cool pic of Mechagodzilla. I checked the DMs, and there was a cool pic of Mechagodzilla. That's pretty dope. Why didn't I win the RP giveaway? Well, I'm sorry, not everybody can win. I picked 20 winners, and there were like 10,000 people that entered, so you had a 0.2% chance of winning. And I actually accidentally picked, when I looked at the list of people, I accidentally picked 21 people, so somebody got lucky, and they got picked when they shouldn't have been, but I paid out all 21. That's fine. Say something in Hindi. Patsy headshot OP, bye. I can't think of the other stuff. How do you succeed to become a YouTuber? You just got to work. I kind of, talked about this, but yeah, I've done YouTube for 5 years and I didn't really have a lot of success for the first 3 years. So just don't give up. That's really the biggest thing. Just don't give up. Just keep changing and innovating and trying to get better, and don't give up. You can't give up, man. So many people, I see the spam in my comments. Oh, it's like heartbreaking. The saddest thing is when you wake up and you see that nothing changed. Well, those people, they give up. Well, they're already spamming in my comments, so they're not really serious about it. How do you grow on YouTube? It's not spamming on other people's channels, all right? We hate that. Even the viewers hate it. They're like, oh my God, these spammers, it's so annoying. Just work hard, don't give up, because there's like, for every 20,000 people that try to become YouTubers, like 19,990 of them are going to just give up because they just don't have that ambition, you know? You got to have the fortitude. Just don't give up. Tips to become tall. I'm short. Eat your vegetables. Why don't you give random fans UC? I do. It's called giveaways. Sometimes I give them random people UC, but I try not to do that too much because that's what causes like thousands of people to ask for UC. Like, you give one person, you give a mouse a cookie, and then and then people go crazy. Where do I see myself in 10 years? Hopefully owning a YouTube empire, multiple channels, hopefully over 1 million subscribers. I would love to diversify and not just do not just mobile gaming or not just shooters. I'd love to have, I have like kind of in the plans, loosely in the works, like another channel to cover another major game that's coming out soon that is not a shooter. I'm very excited for it. I don't know how it's going to do. I've tried multiple channels before. It's okay to try and it's okay to fail. Some of them stuck. Like look at Short-Sanity. That's got 130,000 subs now, and we post on it every single day. Some of my other channels, they are just sitting there and I haven't uploaded them on them in like 6 months, It's okay to try, and some of them will fail, but I'm hoping to try again, and hopefully this next channel will not fail. But I said here, even if I had $1 billion, I would still probably upload every day, just like PewDiePie. He's the biggest YouTuber in the world. He does not need the money, man. He's got so much money he doesn't know what to do with it, but he still uploads a video every day. I think it's just because that's what he's passionate about, and same for me. What is my usual ping on North America? About like 50 milliseconds, but if I live really close to the server, I can get like 20 milliseconds in California. I was visiting New York City, and then I was getting about like 44 ping. This was pretty good. Definitely in the green, and it's stable. What do I use to edit my videos? I use the full Adobe Creative Cloud suite. So for video editing, Adobe has Premiere Pro, I mean. And then for Photoshop, the Adobe Photoshop program is the like picture editing thing that I use to make like all my thumbnails and stuff. I love this one. I wasn't trying to make fun of this guy. He literally misspelled the word Pharaoh so badly. He's like, he's trying to ask me, what do I like better, Blood Raven or Pharaoh? But he spelled it Pharaoh Vahar. It's Pharaoh. It's the AOH too that always gets me. I always think it's OAH, but it's AOH. But he said Pharaoh Vahar, so I said I like the Pharaoh Vahar. I like the Pharaoh, yes. In your opinion, what's the best device for you? I like larger devices because I have big hands. I just am a big guy, I like sometimes holding a tiny phone is weird. I like playing on phone, especially because I use gyroscope on phone. I don't use gyro on tablets, but I don't know. I prefer, I guess, like the larger devices, just because they're more comfortable for me. But I don't know. If I was like a really short guy, I was only like 4 feet tall and I had little hands, maybe I'd want to play on phone. Favorite YouTuber? Definitely Dr. Disrespect. I like him because he's really funny. But he's another content creator that like has, like he's pushing the limits on like what's possible. All of his scenes, his edits, his crazy like production value. There's always like super cool stuff going on, you know, in the arena and the Champions Club. I love what he does, and I don't think there's any other streamer out there who can even match his level of production quality. When will I get 1 million? I don't want to jinx it or say anything, but if we look at if we analyze the data and we extrapolate a trend from the given data points, we could maybe guess that I could get 1 million in August. I don't know. Things are slowing down a little bit. There's definitely waves, ebbs and flows. My channel will go through big periods of growth and lots of views, and then it'll kind of slow down a little bit. It's okay. No YouTuber ever has just blown up infinitely and didn't slow down at some point. So it goes up and down. So hopefully here in June, I'm kind of planning out my next big up push. So maybe in late July, early August, we could hit 1 million. That's pretty insane. Why did I discontinue the astronaut theme? So a lot of you OGs will remember last summer we had like kind of an astronaut, that Wasteland Survivor. In fact, it's back right now in the supply crates. My channel has gone through a couple themes. We had the chicken, we had the astronaut, and I kind of moved away from having my theme be just one specific skin. I like doing a lot of crate openings and switching it up and changing my outfit, and I don't like being tied to just one outfit. I felt like with the astronaut theme, I had to play as the astronaut all the time, and if I took it off, everybody asked me, how come you're not wearing the astronaut? And right after the astronaut theme, the Pharaoh came out, bro, and I spent so much money on that freaking Pharaoh. I wore the Pharaoh a lot, but I like just having a clean theme where I don't have to wear just one outfit all the time. I like being able to switch it up. What's the date of the first video you ever uploaded? The first YouTube video I ever uploaded was November 3rd, 2016. The first time I ever streamed was in October 2016 on Twitch. On my main channel, the one you're watching on right now, the first PUBG upload was May 10th, 2019. I recently made that public. It was privated, actually. I just made it public because a lot of you guys were asking about it. So you can go back and watch it now. It was my first video ever I played with Powerbang on this channel. Although, before that, I did about 2 weeks of playing another game called Cyber Hunter. It didn't go so well, so I took all those videos down. So the first PUBG video that you can go back and see is May 10th, 2019. But I had older videos when I was a kid. I was literally uploading videos as like a dumb 11-year-old, 12-year-old back in 2006, 2007, back when YouTube was like just getting started. I remember watching the first YouTuber ever get 1 million subs. It was Fred. Back in like, 2008 or whatever, something crazy. But they were literally the worst videos I've ever seen in my life with a little digital camera, so I don't want to talk about it. Are you still living at the OP Mansion? I don't live there, but I am a part of it. I'm still part of the OP Mansion like group of guys. But because of the pandemic and COVID, I haven't unfortunately been able to visit in almost a year. What got me into PUBG? So I used to play PC PUBG back in 2017 with my friends from work. We'd come home after work, and that was back when I only had like 1,000 or 2,000 subs, so I wasn't very big at the time. And I played mobile games. Like, I was a Clash Royale YouTuber, but I played PUBG when I was bored. So when PUBG came to mobile, it kind of made sense for me to switch. So from day one, like March 20th, 2018 or whatever, I played. So I've been playing PUBG literally as long as it's been out. Try to use a potato phone to play PUBG. I have done this, and I want to do it more. I have a really crappy like 2-inch phone, and I made a video on it, and you guys loved it. Actually, it did really well. So I want to try to do some more videos playing on it. I think it'd be pretty funny. Maybe we'll go to Asia server and play with a 2-inch phone. Oh, dear God. Will I come to India after the coronavirus and do some vlogging? Maybe. I would never rule that out. I definitely have a lot of people that support the channel from India. So I should come to India at some point for once in my life. I'll do it. I think it'd be cool to visit, even for just a vacation. But I don't know when that's going to be. What was your favorite game before PUBG Mobile? So I played Clash Royale. That's what I played, and I uploaded videos on before I switched to PUBG for YouTube. But there's a lot of games I've played. I played Rocket League. I love like Skyrim, Battlefield, you name it, Elder Scrolls Online. I played a ton of RuneScape. I've been a gamer my whole life since I was 5 years old. So if it's out, I've probably played it or something like it. What gun do I think is difficult to use? I had a hard time recently with the FAMAS. I've been using the M7 a lot, which has made me kind of rusty with the AKM. I'm not very good with the AK. Like spraying people like mid-range, I'm awful with the AK. But for sure, it's the FAMAS. Happiest moment in my YouTube career. I think hitting 100,000 subs was insane. That was like so surreal because that was like a lifelong goal to get a silver play button. And when I hit that, I just was like, I couldn't believe it. But more recently, we've been hitting bigger milestones, like 500,000. And I remember for the first time ever, I did 1 million views in a single day. And I just remember being like so hyped. And then I think the most views I did was like 1.3 million in a single day. It was insane. Do you think PUBG changed your life completely? I wasn't sure how to answer this question, and I didn't want to sound like I didn't want to sound like I owe all of my success to PUBG. Like, without PUBG, I'd be nowhere. But I also didn't want to say, like, I can take credit for all my success. Like, 100% it was all me. I think it's in the middle. I think PUBG is a great game that is really awesome to make content for. And I think I've also worked pretty hard to make awesome videos on an awesome game. So, for sure, PUBG has changed my life. Because I'll always remember and look back, you know, if we get to 1 million subs, we did it with PUBG Mobile. That was the game, man, for years. It was such an important part of my life that PUBG was there for. But if PUBG didn't exist, you know, would I be nowhere? I don't know. I think maybe it would have taken us longer. Maybe it would have been a different game. But I think we would have gotten to 1 million eventually. It might have taken a longer time. I don't know. You never know. You never know. But here we are. It's been PUBG, and it will be PUBG for a while. Do you also like the way you screw your face in videos and make the funny... Yeah, we talked about that. Those funny effects. Yeah, I've been learning some funny editing tricks just to make my videos a little bit, you know, more funnier, more entertaining. So, yeah, I've been enjoying learning new little tricks and stuff. And the audience definitely loves it, too. I like when people comment under my videos, and they put, like, a timestamp. They're like, lol, like, at 3 minutes and 5 seconds. And, like, I go to that timestamp, and it was, like, a funny moment that I, like, expanded my face or something. What was your second choice if I didn't start YouTube? So I went to college to be an HR manager. If I wasn't a YouTuber, I would probably be just working a normal office job in a cubicle and stuff, because that's what I did before I became a YouTuber. And I put a little cubicle GIF, whatever. Do I watch anime? Not anymore. I used to watch it like casually. The only full anime that I remember that I watched start to finish was one called Clanad, which was like a really sappy romantic high school love story thing. So don't ask me why I watched it. I think I was bored one weekend, and I was like, I want to watch an anime, but I don't know what to watch. So I'm just going to go and, like, pick a random one. Like, I just started scrolling through the list alphabetically. I just stopped, and, like, Clanad happened to be the one and I'm like, I don't care what it is. I'm just going to watch it. And I loved it. I watched the whole day. It was like 48 episodes. One weekend. Done. Have you ever tried Indian food? Yes. Where I went to college was very diverse. There was all kinds of restaurants. Sicilian restaurants, Indian restaurants, Japanese, all kinds of stuff. But I'm a big noob when it comes to spicy food. When they come and ask me how hot I want my Indian food at the Indian restaurant, they're like, on a scale of 1 to 5, how hot do you want your, like, curry chicken or whatever? And I'm like, 0. Okay, please, spare me. Have I ever went to college? If I did, what major did I pick? So I went to Cornell, and I got a degree in human resources and, like, business and stuff. And it kind of helps me with YouTube, because a lot of the work I do behind the scenes is, like, contracts and, like, sponsorships and, you know, like, a talent agency, like, to represent yourself. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes with being a YouTuber. It's not all just playing games and stuff, but some of it has actually helped me and translated. So, yeah. Sometimes I feel like YouTubers spend thousands of UC when they could just give it to us instead. I get this kind of comment a lot. And yes, while I wish I could give UC to everybody, there's a reason that we spend UC on crate openings, all right? We're not stupid. I get a lot of comments. Most YouTubers get comments, oh my God, you're wasting UC. You're wasting it, bro. You could give it to me instead. Well, I could give it to you instead. But if I give it to you, that... unfortunately, I don't really get to make a video that makes money. So we make money on our videos. That's why we do it. Not all the time, but sometimes, you know, hopefully we make more money on the video than we spent. That's how we profit and, you know, pay our bills. That's how that works. But yeah, in order for us to do all these crate openings, that's what helps fuel our channel with ads and sponsors and makes money. So it's all, you know, It's like going to a restaurant saying, why are you charging all this money for food when you could just give it away for free? Well, yeah, but then the restaurant would go out of business. So, yes, unfortunately, giving away UC is not exactly how we live as YouTubers. What's an Elgato? So, an Elgato is the name of the company that makes products for streamers. They make lights. They make, like, mics. I think the thing that they're most famous for are their capture cards. Basically, the device that I plug my cameras into. I plug my iPad, my OnePlus. I plug it into an Elgato capture card. that plugs into my computer, and that's how we record our screens, record our cameras. When I play with KG Daku and FM Radio. So yes, these are guys that I definitely have on my list that I would love to try to play with in June. We did try playing before. We played on Middle East server, and we died like every time. I was really tired. It was like after a stream. I'm pretty sure FM Radio was really tired too. It didn't go so well, so we didn't get any videos out of that. We were playing on Middle East server, and it was really difficult, like just as sweaty as Asia server. But it was crazy. So I want to get some good games with those guys soon. My headset. These are the Bose QC, stands for Quiet Comfort 35 2s. I love these headphones. There's a lot of different headphones out there, but these are the only ones. Maybe I'm just weird. I kind of have like big ears and stuff. I can't really wear most headsets for hours and hours. Like if I were to sit here and stream for 10 hours, my ears would really start to hurt. But this headset is one that I found that sounds amazing. And it's comfortable. I can wear it all the time, and you can do like Bluetooth and listen to it wirelessly, or you could just plug in the cord and listen to it wired. And even if they're dead and not charged, the cord still works and it sounds amazing. So that's why I use this headset. You know that most of your fans are from India. Yes, I am definitely aware that a lot of people that watch my channel are from India. Obviously, I joke and pretend, and I'm like, nope. I don't think anybody from India is watching. Someone in chat will say, hey, I'm from India. Any Indians here? And I'll joke and say, I think you're the only one. I know a lot of people from India. I do love you guys. I appreciate you all watching my channel. I did shout out here. I said we got Nepal, Malaysia, Bangladesh, USA, Pakistan, Philippines. There's so many awesome countries, and we have such a vibrant community here on the channel. But yes, a lot of you guys are from India, and I am very aware. I know I pretend that I don't know, but I know. How many gun skins do I have? 3. No, I was just joking. I have a lot. I don't even know how many, but we have a lot. There's a few guns that I don't have a gun lab for, namely like the Scar. We don't have one. Oh no, we do. We just got that recently. We don't have a good M16 gun lab. I have the Blood and Bones unlocked, but we gotta max it out. There's a few. I don't think I have like the Romantic Moments Uzi. It's not a level 7 though. There's a few guns that I don't have. The M24, I don't have a gun lab for the M24 either. I don't really have a good one for the Kar 98 either. I have that weird like tribal one that came out a while ago, and it's only level 2. It's not even maxed. You got like 100,000 subs in the last month. Well done. Yeah, we had an insane month. Like April into May, we did like 168 at its peak. In 130-day time, we did 168,000 subs. So if we were to do that again, we'd be really close to 1 million. Oh, here we go. Do YouTube pay for views on videos? So yes, this is also like kind of how YouTubers make money. So all the ads you watch, it's not a lot. Like per ad, it's like, let's say you watched an ad for a car, and let's say that car company paid YouTube like 5 cents to run that ad. Maybe YouTube takes like, that's a bad example. It's really cheap. It's like 2 cents. Let's say you like YouTube might take like 1 penny and they give me like 1 penny. So that's why we don't make a whole lot. But that's why like getting lots of views will, over time, that's a lot of ads, and you can make some decent money to pay your rent. But yeah, that's like the basic fundamental principle is YouTube, they make money from ads and they give a little portion of it to the creators as well. Where is Nepal? I don't know why they asked me this, but it's north of India. Why are you not playing gyro? So when I play on phone, I use gyro. When I use like a small phone, I do gyro. But on a big tablet, I don't play. Here, I feel like this is an important thing that I need to talk about. When I play on tablet, I play on a stand. It sits on this thing. So I just play claw, and there's no, I don't move the device. It'd be a lot of work to like, oh, enemy there, like gyro, like a lot. I'm surprised people ask me if I use gyro. It should be obvious. I'm not sitting here like waving around my freaking, oh, go east. Like I don't move it doesn't move. I don't use gyroscope on my tablet. It's also really hard. When I do try gyro, it like slips out of my hands and it falls down, and I gotta constantly be like readjusting my grip, and it's just, also I have this cord plugged in at the same time. So when I'm streaming, I have this thing plugged in, and it makes it difficult. So you're trying to wave around and move, and like this thing, if sometimes if you bump it or whatever, like it loses signal. I don't want to do that, and I don't want to mess up my stream. So it just sits right here, right on this stand. This stand's pretty cool. It's got a fan built in to keep it cool. A lot of you guys ask me about this. If I remember, I'll try to put a link below to this iPad stand. I bought it off Amazon. It was about $60. It's got a fan, like I said, to cool it. It's got a cool like blue light and stuff, so it helps keep my device cool so that it doesn't dim when I'm in the middle of a fight. Comments about Iranians. Oh, this was really controversial. They're from Iran. Will I play with Fates again? Of course. Anybody that I've played with before, I fully intend to play with again. I don't I don't like play with a YouTuber and I'm like, all right, there we go, I'm done. I played with Fates. I'm never playing with him again. No, of course, I plan on playing with Fates, Sevu, Levino, Talk to Hand, Dab, Ace Lawrence, Metalcore, everybody, you name it. I'm always down to play with those guys again. When Battlegrounds Mobile India comes out, will I play it? Yes, I'm definitely going to play it. I will make content for the large portion of my audience that is in India. I have a feeling that the Battlegrounds Mobile India game, it might have its own Royale Passes, its own skins. So maybe we can have an account on that game, and we can make some cool content for those of you guys that are choosing to play the new India version of the game. We should be able to buy materials for 500 UC. I agree, man. There needs to be a way to buy materials, even if it's just like one a week or something. I don't know. But yeah, if I could get materials for only 500 UC each, I would just max. Like, I have so many gun labs that are just sitting there at like tier 1, tier 2 that I don't even play with. We could max those. And we're getting to the end. Someone shared a cool scribble art, so thank you, Retouched Works. I appreciate that. I shared that again from the beginning. That was also another cool one. I had some people make some artwork when they got mad that I did that, like, I shared that Toon app. They're like, dude, that's not real art. This is real art. So thank you guys. I appreciate you for making that. And then I answered one last question, I think, here. Oh, maybe I didn't. All right. I think that's it. All right, cool. There we go. Nice 41-minute Q&A. Hopefully that answered some of the questions that you guys had. And again, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I would greatly appreciate it. We are almost at 70K. My goal is to get 100K by the end of the year. And the Instagram profile I have has been growing quite a bit, so that's been pretty awesome. So thank you guys so much. Thanks for everybody that answered or asked questions. Unfortunately, I couldn't answer all of them. There were a lot of them, and there were a lot of people asking for a Royale Pass, as you would guess. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Hopefully this enlightened you into my riveting life behind the scenes, but that's all I have, and I will see you guys next time.